Yeah, we were just watching some live pictures. Matt Johnson was out there interviewing some more people. We didn't go in and take them. We're not sure exactly what they were saying, so we'll have to screen that, and then we can bring that to our viewers. But when we watch a lot of these comments, I mean, people are so fired up over this case. And again, I will say this, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened that night. We just know kind of what we've seen from the evidence. But people say everyone wants justice for John O'Keefe and his family. Not sure what exactly transpired that night. Again, that's what prosecutors do. We fight for justice. We want to be a voice for the victims. But also in our society, Michael, the last thing we want is to convict someone who is innocent. And we have seen that time and time again, you know, throughout this country for decades. I'm not saying that she is innocent. I'm just saying that's why we have a trial. And to see people so fired up, so divided on this, I mean, my thought really is, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. The jurors are the ones that are the most familiar with the evidence, and they're the ones that are going to make the decision.
I fully agree, which is exactly what. So here's the thing. We can go back to the story of John Adams defending the Revolutionary War, you know, the British soldiers who killed American protesters, but he defended them and then became the second president of the United States. This country is founded on the principle that you just imbibed right now. I fully agree. And at the end of the day, she had her trial. She had her day in court. It did not end up the way the protesters in her favor thought it would end up. They thought it was a clear slam dunk. Either there was a conspiracy or there's so much reasonable doubt, and the investigation was tunnel vision. All investigations are tunnel vision. Yeah, they're not supposed to be, but they're all tunnel vision. The question is, were they wrong? Were they improper? And so for me, you know, justice has been done. She had her day in court. The prosecution put on a case for 8 weeks. She put on a defense for 2 days. And in that 2 days, there was not a single witness that said any member of the House left suspiciously for 30 minutes and came back in. No one came and testified that John O'Keefe came into the House. That case would have been over at that point. Conspiracy for sure. No one did it. No one from the family of John O'Keefe tested in her favor. She had her day in court. And so right now, for there to be a mistrial, I think that would be a tragic ending to this saga. I think this saga needs to end in a decision. At the end of the day, you don't want to tell a jury, I don't care what you think, you got to convict or acquit. That's a tension point. Constitutionally speaking, that's a tension point. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in these next few days. If the jury comes back and says, we cannot reach a decision, this judge is going to have no choice but to just let them go.
It may be a process where they come back and say, we are deadlocked, actually using the words, or we have tried our best and we cannot come to a decision. And then she'll likely give them another more firm charge where she says, go back in, try harder to actually come to a decision. We call that the Allen charge or the dynamite charge, because you don't want to, as you said, Michael, force a jury to make a decision when there isn't a clear answer and that they are unable to do it. But you do want them to try very hard after all of this time and effort that's gone into it.